We found a resource that could change the course of development of our civilization, Parian coal. This type of fossil gave out a huge amount of energy when burned, and most importantly, it could smolder for weeks, but it could only be mined on one northern island. This place was owned by the empire I serve. There had been no news or messages from the island for several weeks, so a ship was sent there from the mainland. I am from the Inquisitors. This is an elite squad of warriors, the best on the entire continent. The Empire was afraid of a riot on the island, because prisoners were often exiled there. I was the guarantor that all those responsible would be found and destroyed. What could have gone wrong, for example, the fact that my ship, like a match, will burn down not far from the northern port. How could this happen? Just a moment and I'm in icy water. My body is scorched. I don't feel my left hand. It seems to have been burned. Was it definitely a fire? Maybe it's an explosion, but it's too late to think. I will meet death humbly, as befits a warrior.
I thought you wouldn't wake up. Do you know where you are?
Yes, I should be in the north of the island. What's going on here?
First, a ship sailed and crashed on the shore. There was no one on it. A week later you were washed ashore. But where did you get such a hand from?
I thought that I was dead, but my arm. I lost it, but such a high-quality prosthesis. I don't know how this is possible. I think I will find answers. What's going on the island?
This place is one of the last strongholds of civilization. Outside the walls of the city there are hordes of monsters that kill everyone. Walk around here, ask around people, everyone has a story. And take your things from the second floor of the house. There is also a workbench here. You can take my resources, collect bullets for yourself. It's dangerous here without weapons.
Who are you and how did you get here?
I was in the military, kept order. I agreed to serve in this wilderness. I hoped it would be quiet and calm here.
I understand that your expectations were not met. See you later. I need to keep an eye on the weapons. In these conditions, everything will constantly break. There's nothing here.
Wake up. What do you want to know, my iron-handed friend?
I came here to find out what's going on, but at the expense of the hand I have no idea where it comes from.
Nobody knows what happened. One day we all woke up with monsters side by side. Only a small part of people could survive. We studied the strange altars scattered around the island, one not far from us. There are people who have been studying it.
Okay, great. Apparently my superiors forgot to mention that there's some kind of paranormal heresy going on. What kind of people studied altars?
Listen, you're a public servant, aren't you? And lets you fulfill your direct duty and help, for the sake of the citizens of the Empire, of course. And then I'll tell you who was studying.
Perhaps you, Venerable, were not aware that the Inquisitors are engaged in the extraction of information and liquidation. Do you want to try both of these stages for yourself?
Don't be mad, but we really need help. We are now in the northernmost part of the island. People are freezing. There should be Parian coal in the port, which was being prepared for loading onto the boat. Please bring it before we die.
How did people survive all this?
Try to chat with them. Most people have lost their minds. And do not forget to find more weapons. In our situation it is not superfluous.
How did you come to such a life? And what are the monsters?
Monsters, look like people, appeared as if from thin air, but it seems to me that it all started from the center of the island. We managed to build a fence of rubbish faster than we died. Now everything seems to have calmed down. They do not attack us. As far as I know, other settlements are still alive. Maybe they can tell more.
You mentioned altars.
We didn't manage to find out much, except for the altars. The task of this settlement is to catch fish and take boats. But I can say for sure, they couldn't activate the altars. The devices went off scale near them.
See you later.
times.
See you later.